If I say the word shark, what's the first thing that comes to your imagination? Maybe the man-eating shark from the movie Jaws, or maybe you have a small shark in a saltwater aquarium at your house. Today, I'm going to present you with scientific facts and data to explain shark and shark behavior and tell you why sharks are such an important part of a healthy ocean ecosystem. But let me begin first by saying that I'm a former commercial diver of 20 years. And the first thing that people would ask me when they found out that I was a commercial diver was to ask me, have you ever seen sharks? You dove with sharks? Well, the answer is yes. I've been around sharks, big sharks, small sharks, and I can tell you I have a lot of respect for them. It's only through the understanding of sharks that you learn to respect them. Now, let me begin with some shark facts found at sharkfacts.org. Did you know that there are over 350 kinds of sharks and that sharks began about 64 million years ago? That's the time of the dinosaurs. So sharks have been around a long time. A shark can hear a fish about a mile away, and a shark can also smell one drop of blood in a million drops of water. You are 1,000 times more likely to drown in the ocean than you are to be bitten by a shark. Worldwide, there are about 70 to 100 shark attacks a year, with only 5 to 10 fatalities. The odds of you being attacked by a shark are 1 in 300 million. The odds of an airplane part falling off and hitting you and killing you are 1 in 10 million. As a matter of fact, more people are killed from soda dispensing machines falling on top of them than shark attacks. And this is true. People will put their money into the soda machine, make their selection, nothing comes out, they grab a hold of the soda machine, they're mad, they're yanking on it, it topples over on top of them, kills them. More people die from soda machines than sharks. So let's talk a little bit about shark attacks. From the International Shark Attack File found at the Florida Museum of Natural History. The media sensationalizes shark attacks. A shark attack could happen 4,000 miles away, but you're going to hear about it on your local news. You'll see it on Facebook or something. As I said, there's only 70 to 100 attacks a year, and most are non-fatal. Most occur in shallow, murky water. Now, there's 3 types of shark attacks. There's the hit and run. This is usually a case of mistaken identity. It happens in shallow water, murky. The sharks are chasing the bait fish up into the shallows. The bait fish are trying to get away. The shark can't see what he's doing. He doesn't have hands to grab something and look at it and see if he wants to eat it. The only way a shark can grab something is with its mouth. Now, the second and the third type of shark attacks are the bump and bite and the sneak attack. These are less common, and they are usually result in most fatalities. They are the result of feeding behaviors versus a mistaken identity. Now, sharks are an apex predator. Large sharks, 9 feet or larger, do pose a potential hazard to humans. And this is because they consume large prey. They're used to eating large marine mammals, seals, sea lions, turtles, that sort of thing. The 3 types of sharks that are attributed to these type of attacks are the great white, the tiger, and the bull shark. Now, why are sharks so important to a healthy ocean ecosystem? World Press 2010. There's been a sharp decline in the number of sharks in the ocean today. We're taking about 100 million sharks a year out of the ocean. Sharks have no natural predators. They are the apex predator in the ocean. They do have a non-natural predator, that is us, humans. We're taking these sharks mainly for their fins. The practice is to catch the shark, remove the fins, and throw the carcass back into the water. The fins are then transported to Asia, where they're made into a shark fin soup. It's a delicacy in Asia, and it's supposed to be an aphrodisiac. In reality, what they're getting is a bowl of soup filled with mercury, and that has the opposite effect of being an aphrodisiac. Secondly, sharks are an apex predator. They are like the garbage men of the sea. They go around keeping the ocean clean. They're scavengers. They eat the dead, the sick, and the wounded. They control species populations also. If there's an explosion of a certain species of fish, that's what the sharks are going to be feeding on. It's easy prey. They'll bring those numbers down. So they control species population in the ocean. They keep the balance of the ocean correct. Another aspect of shark population is there's a small organism called phytoplankton that lives at the surface. Now, phytoplankton is responsible for half of the oxygen content on the planet. Through the process of photosynthesis, of taking in carbon dioxide, photosynthesizing that, and releasing oxygen back into the atmosphere. These phytoplankton live at the surface of the ocean, as I said. There are small organisms that feed off the phytoplankton, and then smaller fish that feed off of those, and then the sharks come along in the food line chain. Well, if we take the sharks out of the food chain, that would mean an explosion in the predators that feed on the phytoplankton, thereby reducing the phytoplankton numbers, which could have devastating effects for Earth. Lastly, sharks do not reproduce very fast. We're taking them out at 100 million a year. It takes a shark anywhere from 10 to 15 to maybe even 20 years, depending on the species, to become sexually mature. So the rate we're taking them out, they cannot replace themselves in the numbers necessary. In conclusion, you can see sharks get a bad rap. Only 70 to 100 people are attacked a year, with only 5 or 10 dying. Most shark attacks are a case of mistaken identity, and you're 1,000 times more likely to drown in the ocean than you are to be attacked. Media loves to sensationalize shark attacks. It's good for ratings. And the sharks are a very important component to a healthy ocean. As an apex predator, they keep the food chain in line, and if we break that chain, we're looking for unintended consequences.